Okay, so we are recording. So
Okay,
I just asked Daniel to tell you guys a quick story about his win today. You can give as much detail as you want or as little detail as you want, but this testimonial is not to encourage anybody to hire me anymore. Daniel had to beg to hire me for this case. Let me just make that clear. My button doesn't even work anymore right now. I'm not. Yeah. So right there, true or no? Did you not beg me to take on this case? Beg me.
Yeah. Oh yes, I definitely did, and it was well worth it. So all this transpired. So I hired Anelia about 2 weeks ago, maybe say even 3 weeks ago, and the first thing that I did was fire my attorney. That he's been representing me for over a year and a half. So Anelia, she wrote up a nice legal notice to fire my attorney. So that happened. That was sent off last week. Within that week, last week, after we sent the notice in, he called me up. He was my attorney. Says that they denied the motion. So what's the next step, Pete? It's like, well, you need to come and file appearance. The next day, we were going to be scheduled to go to court the following Tuesday. He called me the following day and said that they want to change my court date to Monday to come in because I had a violation of probation. If anybody knows anything about the probation, violation of probation is very hard to beat because just a simple fact, you get arrested, it's a violation of probation. There's no trial, there's just a judge, the cop, and they say, yes, that was him, it's a violation of probation. That was set for Tuesday. Told me Friday that they were going to admit that if I admitted to the violation of probation, they were going to terminate that probation, then put me back on probation, and I would have to come in on Monday. So mysteriously, 4 of the supervising probation officers that could only identify me through probation are retired, as did one cop retired. You're talking about 4 municipality people who work for the government who all retired within that week. I mean, come on. There's coincidence, but there's a lot of things that there's no way 4 people that retired on that same week. So when
this is after you sent out your legal notice.
So after the legal notice, which Anelia prepped for me, and this all happened within a week. I just left court today and just was able to terminate the probation and get into another contract that we're going to get out of. But the point is, all this happened within a week. And if you understand how these courts play, this was a major win. And all this happened within a week. That when Anelia prepped the manifestation about what was going to happen, and here we are. I'm telling you, Anelia's son is an angel. She doesn't want more people to hire her. I understand it, but it's a double-edged sword. Man. You're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. Listen, it's like a weight's been lifted, and now we move forward, and we're plugging along with some other stuff. But this is just an awesome, and great turnout we had today. This was all within a week period from the time that we initiated the legal notice to fire Pete, who's been representing me for over a year and a half. We didn't do it in a year and a half. We did this in a week. I mean, Jesus. I'm very blessed, and that's why I met Anelia. And I just wanted to say some good words about what went on today, just for anybody out there who's, has thoughts or anything at all, but just believe in the process. That's what the end game of this is: believe in the process. Believe in the process. Anelia's offering. Let me tell you something. You will be 100% okay. That's my testimony, right? Living, breathing testimony that I just went through. So, hey, that's all. That's all.
Wow. And this was just off the cuff. We were just talking. So thank you. I appreciate it. And remember, I said I want to record something reluctantly because I love sharing the wins, but I don't want people to hire me. So
yes,
because I have
I know, but you know
guys,
what?
I have not taken a vacation in 7 years because I have continuously worked.
You need one.
Yes.
You gotta stop. You gotta listen. Okay, so you need to. You gotta pull away. You have to listen. You have to tell yourself, I'm taking 3 weeks a month off. So you need to listen. I'm not telling you how to run it. I'm just saying I run a business and a lot of things, and I do a lot of things you're doing, but on a different scale, right? And I have to tell customers that I am going to be gone for 2 to 3 weeks, and I set everything up accordingly.
Yeah,
you need a vacation. You deserve a vacation. You deserve a very long vacation.
I love what I do.
The amount of frequency and energy that you're putting out there, like it's just helping me. The amount of frequencies that I'm giving off because of your process. Do you understand? You're going to get that back in abundance. You're going to get that back in abundance.
Well, I just want to make it clear.
An abundance of energy back related.
Yeah, I also want to make
has to do with you because of it's your frequencies on helping individuals are so high. It's like it's authentic. Being authentic is highest, and even higher than that is helping people and being authentic on top of that. It's like 600,000 hertz. I forget what there's a number on it, but it's the most powerful frequency that is felt through all of the universe. Every time you do that, it is felt through the universe. I hope you know that because it is. That's the spiritual realm. And every time that's us evolving. That's us evolving out of the nature we're in to think about things in a different nature. Not what we're set up to think that we're all debtors and we have to listen to these people. No. It's godlike abilities, and everybody has God in them. It's taking yourself to another level. And this is part of the process and what you're doing, because 90% of everything we do, it has to do with these people putting us in contracts that every single contract is damn near fraud.
Right.
Jeez. See, I'm getting over. I'm getting amped up over here because I'm full of energy, man.
Well, I just wanted to make it clear to whoever is going to listen to this that I don't give legal advice. I am not an attorney. I give empowerment. I give you the power to believe in yourself and to know that court and the court documents is nothing but a game of confidence. And that's what I do. I work on you. I work on your confidence. I get you from the level of fear that you feel to someone who feels no. Tell them, Daniel, how did you feel today when you were going into court?
I mean, so it's like waking up and knowing the outcome is going to be good without knowing the outcome. Why? Because I accept you. I accept everything. Accept it all. Accept it all. The process that she's teaching, accept it. And know it inside yourself that it's going to be fine. And then just that alone is so much power. I mean, if you just think about it, you resonate in your head and know that everything's going to be all right and accept that. And that's, you got about 90% of the population already beat because people just don't even understand the simple principles and how everything works in human nature. It's that simple, and then the process is part of it. It's like it's a spirit. It's a spiritual.
Yeah, I can see.
Spiritual.
Yeah, and I can see you are a different man that
Yeah,
I met, you know, from where you came from to where you are now you're completely changed, spiritually speaking, completely different. And I love that. I want to see this for everyone. But while we're still recording, because just something recently happened just to me personally, I just want you to say, have I, just on recording, have I ever represented myself as an attorney to you?
Never. Never.
I never do that. I don't do that.
No.
I never do that. I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice.
No.
This was a spiritual journey of empowerment.
And that's what I mean. You're more like a spiritual coach, whether you want to believe, whether people think about it in that term or not. I want to think about it like that because it's just everything is spiritual in this world. Everything, and if you think like that, if you don't think like that, you should believe in something that there's a higher power always. It's a spiritual battle. It's always been a spiritual battle from the minute we were born to the minute we go away. It's what it is. And if your spirit is in harmony and in sync with itself and in line with what the process is, you ain't going nowhere. You're going further. You're just gonna excel to the next level. Right. And all that stuff that you were thinking about before in the third dimension, all that stuff's gonna shed. You're gonna shed it like a snake, and your body's gonna start transforming mentally. As far as everything that you come in contact with, the people you're around, it's just it's a life-changing experience. It's spiritual.
I'm telling you, you're a different man. You have this air about you and this confidence about you. I mean, of course, you're feeling good because you just, left court and you won and everything. But just even the way that the attorney that you were dealing with, just look at the change in his behavior. Look at the change in his behavior towards you after I got involved, after I started helping you.
And that's the thing. And it's not just the win. Like, this is so people can understand. It's not just a win. It's not even a quit. You got to see. If you guys just think about that for a second, it was everything from the time we initiated this process to today, me leaving that place and everything that happened with the 4 people retiring. I mean, the attorney who I fired, who just wouldn't give up, who kept contacting me. I'm like, listen, I fired you. What do you do? Man, I got this. Like, it was everything. All those things put together, nothing is a coincidence.
No.
None of that stuff is a coincidence. And I've never even heard somebody say 4 people got retired and on one case like that. It's just crazy. So
they were threatening you with 1 year in jail.
Oh yeah, so they were threatening me with 1 year mandatory, and just so everybody knows, I did that 1 year mandatory in 2011. It was for a DUI. I didn't injure nobody. I just got pulled over coming from work. That was when I used to drink. And in 2011. What they did, took everything from me. I had a very successful business. I was raising my children, 2 kids I had custody of, and man, they stuck me in prison for a year for that DUI. And I'll tell you, that right there is what opened my mind to start studying. And this is where I'm at. I went from studying that you didn't need a driver's license in prison to this whole process to secure party, all the stuff, and then I studied for years, and then finally after 9 years I came across Anelia, which was it was the right timing. The reason why I'm saying it was the right timing is because I needed to get all that bull crap, all that crap out of my life, because my mind, I was not ready to accept, I wasn't spiritually connected yet, right? So It's crazy how the universe puts all this together. And so, I stopped drinking. I haven't drank in over 4 years. I meet you around the same time frame where my mind is spiritually connected to all this stuff. and now here we are. See, I didn't meet you before when I wasn't spiritually connected. It's I met you within that time frame of when I was back on track doing the right thing. So when they stuck me in jail for that year, I studied a lot, but I wasn't spiritually there. So yeah, they threatened me with a year. So obviously in the beginning I was a little nervous, but to be honest, I wasn't even really that nervous because Anelia's processes are just phenomenal because she was handling something else for me. That's why I was like, I know your book, but listen, I gotta get you over here. You gotta help me on this one.
Yes,
You gotta help me on this one.
yes,
So
Daniel was already at his limit
yeah.
because I don't normally take the same client on multiple cases. And remember, I was explaining that to you.
Yes. No, you were. But what the crazy thing was though, and I didn't really stress it to Anelia in the beginning, but I was on a time frame. Like I was exhausting all my remedies with Pete, and we were getting ready to go to this trial. This trial was getting set up for tomorrow. And I would have got railroad. They would have smacked me with 3 years. I would have been in prison. I would have been in jail. I didn't even tell my wife anything that was going on as a provider because I didn't want to stress her out. So it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good. And here we are. Like it's everything just worked out. So yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm very humble and very blessed of just the people that are in my life, and Anelia coming along and helping me out with this, even though she didn't have time.
I care about you, man. I love you, and I want to see you, treated fairly, if nothing else. That's all I want. I just put everything on the line when it comes to the work that I do. It's about it's beyond legal education. It's beyond it, like you said, it's spiritual, but it's a labor of love that I can't let go of. I can't, there's nothing, I can't turn people away. That's why I now have over 60 I can't, because people come and they're like, please, I need you. And I'm like, I can't say no, but
and another thing that I'm totally not even mentioning, but which I always commend you on is your response time. Your response time is just, it's like you're not just getting, you're getting the whole package, because the minute when you're emailing or sending her a message or anything at all, she replies within 30 minutes. I mean, that's like even sometimes 5 minutes. And her busy schedule that she has, I mean, it's just, listen, like I said, everything is perfect. I am beyond happy. And I am a lifetime client now, even though you might not want to hear that.
Listen, guys, I'm putting together more courses because I want everyone to be empowered. I don't want to be the only one who knows this information. I want everyone to have access to their own inner power. I promise you, you will prevail if you just stand in your power. I promise you. That is my goal. That is my mission. I'm on this whole legacy thing where I want everyone to be empowered with this information. Okay, you don't need me. I know you think you do, but you don't. Okay, and
but you're the first step to it, though. You are and you know what, you
promise you wouldn't promote me like that. I told you.
No, hang on. Let me finish. So the reason why I'm saying that is one of her packages. One of her packages had some USC codes, and the USC codes had to do with servitude and slavery, basically undisclosed information that are not in these contracts. And she has that in one of her packages that I purchased. So
you mean not packages? Don't say packages. It's a course.
No,
it's a course. Yeah, it's a course.
One of the courses that I purchased, right? So that course, when I was in court, and this whole process of thinking about contracts, because we do contracts a lot, thinking about it, it's you can easily, well, you can rescind these contracts based on certain codes that the U.S. supplies that Anelia had in her course. So 2 and 2 clicked in also too, and I go, listen, even accepting this contract for probation, we can easily rescind this contract for lack of disclosure and for certain codes that she has in one of these courses that I have. And then, so yes, the courses are very empowering. You just you got to study it and go over it. I mean, I know everybody's busy. I trust me. I am a contractor and I am beyond busy. It takes a lot for me to even start reading, but do have to delegate some time out of the day, especially when it comes to your own well-being, right? Because we're busy. The system is set up a certain way to keep us that way, but once you start getting a little bit of that knowledge and that power and that confidence that you have, oh man, there's no going back. You're not going backwards. You only keep going forward. So the courses are good. She's 100% right. Courses that's all you need. You know, and that was a big part of the contract, where I was just happy to accept the contract because I know that we can get out. So it was good.
Yes, yes. So yeah, guys, I want y'all to know that it is gonna be a long, hard journey at first, but if you could just get past the initial blush, right? The initial, shock of, oh, okay, I got to study this stuff. I promise you, it does not take long for it to click. It does not take long for your spirit to receive this stuff. It really doesn't. I make it simple. It's my writing style is very conversational, right? Did you find that it was very?
And that's another thing. I've been through a lot, and Anelia knows the amount of people that I've used, spent tens of thousands of dollars on other people's processes. And I got to tell you, and for 9 of those years, there was $10,000 I mean, thousands of dollars that I spent for people. I never understood not one of those processes. Her process, no, you can't. I couldn't. Her process is so simple and straightforward with codes and her words. It's common sense. It's common things that we use every day, all day. Not things that you're looking at it and you can't comprehend it. So then your spirit doesn't adhere to it. This is why for all those years, stuff was never working for me. Why? Because I couldn't understand it. Her stuff is so easy and simple to understand. You just have to, if you don't even understand it the first time you read it the second time. But you're going to understand it. It's just, it's very simple and easy. And it's very empowering. And I just, I
call it my, Daniel, I call it my superpower to write, to turn the complex into something simple and easy to comprehend. I call it my superpower because I want everyone to get it. If you can't, if people can't explain it to somebody else, if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old to understand, then you're not going to understand it and you're not going to be able to execute it at all.
And that is where you are different from everybody who I told you from the minute I met you. I told you that. I said your stuff is so easy to understand, and I'm like, is this really how it is? So it's not some mumbo jumbo stuff that I know nothing about, and I'm just getting it notarized, sending it to the court, and then I still wonder why I'm still going to court. It's straightforward and it's very simple to understand.
Yes. And that's my superpower. Like I keep saying, it was another student that told me that has to be my superpower. So ever since then, I've been adopting saying it because he understood it. It just breaks through. Even with I had a credit repair service provider that said he learned stuff from my credit repair secrets course.
I believe it. I believe it because you have some awesome stuff. You really do.
Yeah. I appreciate you. You are making me crack up over here.
Listen, I mean, it's just it needs to be, people need to be enlightened, and just the information that the courses and everything that you have on there. It's about empowering yourself, because at the end of the day, you know, we're everybody's living their lives, right? So if you have the foundation of the stuff that you're teaching, and you have that, and you know, you have all that information to keep reading, you're gonna be successful in anything you do, because you can always go back and reference your courses on what I did for this. And I think I don't know, I think I purchased like 90 of your courses. Every time you come out on, I try to purchase your course, even though I still haven't had time to read it. I always try to save it, and when I got some time, I go and I read it, because it's just very powerful stuff the common man and woman can adhere to and just comprehend. And that's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's simple but powerful.
Yes.
Because once you get that knowledge and you get that confidence, no one can take that away from you. And that's what I want.
No.
That's what I want. I walk in there confident, and it shakes up their confidence.
Yeah.
So I want that for everyone. I want everyone to feel that kind of power.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. So on that note, thank you, Daniel. And people, please don't even start with the where can I hire you, because the button is turned. Never. Let me tell you, the funny thing is, I never wanted to be I just wanted the school. I just wanted the courses. People kept, like, for 4 years begging me, please, 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 please. And I started to take on clients, you know, doing consultations, and you know, and I haven't stopped in 7 years. Haven't been it's time. I gotta take off the 60 clients that I have now. I gotta go, y'all. I need to be on a beach somewhere laying down.
Yes, you deserve it. You definitely do.
Thank the course. Daniel is letting you guys know the courses have empowered him, have made him feel very confident. Y'all just go to the course. The course is on Mission Possible University.com. Go there. Go there.
Go there, and I'm gonna do a manifestation of helping you to get all the clients situated and getting everybody where they needs to be, so you can get some vacation time. I'm gonna manifest that for you, okay? Because you deserve that, right? Like, you're helping everybody else, but you're not helping yourself. You gotta help yourself.
Yes,
you gotta, right? So this is what we want for Anelia. We don't need her, you know, getting you know, overwhelmed by the workload she has. So we do. I'm just speaking on myself, but I'm pretty sure everybody's very thankful for the amount of time that you put into everybody's case individually. So, and just everybody, even in the courses in the school.
Yeah, thank you. It really does. You know, it's like you said, a double-edged sword, because I love the work. It is a labor of love, but I don't like that that so many people are being harmed and hurt, and the need is so great that they feel desperate that they need me. That's the part that hurts my heart, because I want them to be uplifted so much. I don't want them to need me or need anyone. You know, that's the part that, you know, like, come, I have the courses are available. Daniel did feel empowered, even though he still hired me. He did. I know what you're gonna say. I already see the comments coming, but he hired you too, though. Yes, but there are special cases, and all of the cases that I have right now are special cases. But be that as it may, the special
but I also but also too is, before I even hired Anelia for this, one of her courses, I think it was the diplomatic immunity. There was some powerful information in there that I did send to the court, and from that point on, which was a year ago, I sent that into court, and then I hired Pete. So they had that information, and by hiring Pete, the attorney, I got into a contract where they were able to control me. So with that one letter from that year ago that I sent them, when I got out that contract with Pete, they didn't want to deal with it, because that was already on the table from a year ago. And that was from her course. All Anelia did was just send a letter to fire Pete. That's it. That's all. So
no. I sent it to you.
Oh, she sent it to me. Then I sent it to Pete.
Yeah.
But so if you think about it, your course, I sent that first. A year went by, nothing happened. I then retained your service, right? And then from that, the notice you sent to me, I sent to Pete, and within this whole week, all this happened within 1 week.
1 week.
1 week. So,
and not to mention the attorney was scrambling and begging you to keep him.
Yes, he would not stop. He would not stop. So,
and then all of a sudden 4 people retired.
I know. I mean, does anybody believe that? Like, I mean,
that was the most delicious part of the results here. I was like, 4? I can understand one person, but 4?
And the prosecutor read that off to the judge, and I'm sitting, and the judge got so mad. He goes, the judge goes, is there anything that we can do so these people, these probation officers, they don't retire all like this? And then the prosecutor was stumbling. She goes, well, it just so happens that all 4 of them, they all retired. He goes, because what happens if he violates now and then that probation officer retires? We're going to be in the same thing again? And I just looked at him. I'm like, let's just get this over with. There's nothing you can say. She said they all retired. Everything's in motion. You're not going to stop. You're not going to stop the train. Let's just get through this and let's just get out of here. So he was a little upset, but at the end of the day, listen, it was written, and everything played out exactly how it should have played out.
Yes.
The course sent that in. Then it happened with Pete, got under contract, sent 1 letter, done, and then here we are.
Yeah. Listen, all I do is empower. I recommend, and I just, I feel that some of the things that go on behind the scenes between me and my client is more about what would be the word? Transformation.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Transformation.
Yes.
Right. It's just a matter of like I'm just in awe of the changes that I'm seeing in you. Like just your whole mentality, your whole mindset has changed. Yeah. And your mood, not just for the win today, but I've noticed, the some of the things that you began to say, in the portal was like, oh, okay, he's getting it. Okay, he's getting it. And just stepping up to the plate and discussing things the way that you're talking about them with Pete and everything with the attorney. Yeah. Just everything about you has changed, and I'm glad. And that's my purpose. That's my, when I see stuff like this, not just the win, because we really don't know how it's gonna play out in court. I'm not about the court. I'm about you being empowered. I'm about changing you and your mindset. That's already a win for me. When you are empowered and you know your power and you know your strength, that's a win for me. Everything else is secondary. I promise you.
Yes. And you're 100% right. You all you have to do is just believe in yourself and believe in the process.
Believe in yourself.
And it's just that simple, people. This is my testimony, and I'm gonna tell you, I've dealt with courts. Just give me a little background, but I've dealt with courts for driving under suspension for a very long time because of my DUI that I had in the past. They got laws where they don't let you get your license, and as a contractor, I drive around my tools. I need to travel to support my family, so nobody's going to tell me I can't. But the problem is, all these processes that I tried before, nothing ever worked. Even though I knew every time I was going to court, I knew that I was going to be railroaded. But I didn't believe in anything I was doing, because I was just constantly going through the motions, and I didn't have it in myself The difference is with this, I had it in myself. I felt it. I felt it, and I'm telling you, your spirit and what you believe, and just manifesting these things, this process, that's all you need. Just trust the process, trust yourself first and foremost. The process is the cushion. It's there to guide you and bring you in. Man, everybody just has the power inside. Everybody. So for 15 years I've been dealing with this, and now I just became now empowered and enlightened, 100% enlightened. There is no going back for me at all.
Listen,
I commend everybody to find it in themselves, and any situations you're going through, whatever you're going through, trust me when I tell you, accept it all. Love everything, be in harmony, accept it, and know spiritually you are going to be okay. Why? Because you're good in nature and you're divine. You have more power than you can even fathom, and it starts inside. Feel the energy come up from the ground and exhaust it through your crown, your chakras. There's so much to life. It's a 5-dimensional realm. We live in a 3-dimensional world, and everything is literally spiritually bound. You believe in yourself, your spirit awakens, and let me tell you something, you get goosebumps when that spirit awakens, because even if you have questions, talk to your guardian angels or whatever, your ascended masters, God, whatever you want to talk to get that higher answer. Trust me, you will get it. Just ask, you will get it.
People, and I'm so glad that you touch on the frequency and everything, because it is a spiritual journey. It's really hard to explain to people. Like, it's only because we live in a 3D world, I have to give myself some type of title that people can relate to. So I say I'm a legal advocate. I'm a social justice activist. Yes. I have to give myself something that they can hold on to. But really, it's very spiritual. This is about self-empowerment. That's what I do. Yes. This is what I do.
Yes, and the frequency's 100% right. We are light beings. People understand that we are light beings.
Yeah.
The earth itself gives off energy. Our connection with the earth giving energy through our system is also an empowerment. If you are not connected at least 15 minutes a day with the earth or around a tree, like me, I have grounding shoes. I got grounding sheets. So everything I do, so while I'm sleeping, I'm being energized and healed by the earth while I'm sleeping. Why? Because I know this stuff because of I'm half 𝗖𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆😂 Native American, and the Native American side teaches this stuff. And I didn't even understand the true nature of it. All these years going to the meetings, I never even understood it. I just started getting into this in the last year, not even last couple of months, really diving into it. Buying books about frequencies. There is so much that any single one of you can do just with manifestation and writing it down. Writing it down is the three-dimensional. You put in the physical form. Your 5th dimensional is your thoughts when you sleep. It's a 5th dimensional realm. You have to evolve to the next level. And I know it sounds like a lot. I don't know what everybody's beliefs are, but this is what I'm telling you, what is in me spiritually and what has worked for me. For 15 years, nothing else has worked. I've never felt like this in 15 years. The way I feel now is I just feel at peace and harmony. Everything's instinct. I'll never argue for anything. Nothing is that bad I have to argue. Because I accept everything for what it is.
Argue or fear.
Argue or fear. It's like I said, it's a spiritual realm, people, and it starts with you, your inner self. Everybody has the godlike abilities. Everybody has God in them inside of it. It's to unlock it.
Yeah. And that's my purpose. That's why I call it a labor of love, but it is love.
Yeah.
And that's the frequency that I operate from. I've
Yeah.
never done anything just for payment or for the money.
Yeah.
I'm not motivated by money. I'm not this is a people had to beg me for 4 years. How about that?
Yeah. I
How
know.
about that? People had to beg. I'm like, no, take the course. And finally
Yeah.
I caved in. And then now I'm, it's time to kind of, separate myself from that a little bit, just so I can take a vacation. Y'all, listen, we are recording this on December the 4th, 2023. My goal is to go on vacation and lay down on somebody's beach in January. And I'm bringing in January.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the second week of January 2024, when a year rolls by, I will come back and tell y'all what beach I was on.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Don't worry,
that
I'm
I can
gonna
take.
manifest that as well for you, because you deserve it. So
Yeah.
I'll be manifesting that for Anelia, especially
Yes.
anybody that you're helping out. Definitely want to manifest that for Anelia.
Yes,
Definitely.
let's manifest
Yes.
a vacation for me,
Yes.
please. Because
Manifest it. I'm gonna write it down. Yes.
no, seriously, because by
Yeah.
then we will have an empowered nation anyway, that will be able to stand on their own 2 legs, and their own 2 feet, and make sure that they have the power that's coming from within through the frequency of love. And then you will have what I have, you will have what Daniel have, and you will have everything that all of my students and all of my clients have, which is that peace, that inner peace, man. It surpasses understanding.
It is. It is. It's just. It's such. It's just enlightening. There's nothing more. It's enlightening and empowering. Those are 2 very powerful words right there.
Right.
And that's
That's why,
exactly what
I
it is.
find it hard to express, because people, like, when I bring on a new team member and they're like, oh, what do you do? And I'm always caught, because I know that we live in this 3D world, and I know that they don't understand all of the things that I can possibly do, but it is more on the spiritual side than on the legal advocacy side. I'm changing lives. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the inner work.
Yes.
And people don't expect that when they hire me. People don't expect. They're like, oh, well, you're legal advocate. No. I'm trying to change your life.
Yes. Yeah. And
There's no title for that. There's really,
no.
I mean, I can even say, because I've seen, I'm sure you come across social media, people like, oh, I'm a life coach, I'm a this coach. I don't even say that. I don't even feel comfortable saying that, because all of those titles are meaningless unless you touch lives, change lives. So I don't really, but I just kind of, because we're living in a 3D world where people need to connect to something that they understand at their level.
Right.
So I kind of give in, because I want to meet the mass where they are. So I'll say, legal advocate, legal researcher. I used that one for a long time. Legal researcher. None of it feels right, because it's so much bigger.
It is, and you're right, and it's just the beginning of that, to get people to grasp, and then you can work with where they're at, and then to empower them as themselves. They seek it. They need to just seek it inside, and it's a very, very, very beautiful thing. I don't.
And the journey was worth it. Yes, it starts off rough, and yes, it starts off scary, and yes, it starts off confusing. But look at you now, and that transformation is a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. And there's no going back. There's no
That's the part. That's the part.
You don't even understand all the other contracts that I'm looking at right now.
Oh, they're in trouble now. They are in trouble now. Yeah, because once you have the knowledge, and once you have the confidence, you can't never go back.
No.
You can't go back to not knowing. It's like riding a bike. You can never go back to not knowing how to ride a bike.
No.
It's in you. Now it's a part of you. It's who you are now.
Yes. Yes, your inner self will definitely shed the old.
Yeah.
And the universe will bring in the new. That's exactly what happens. You start evolving. You
Yeah.
evolve spiritually. You
Yeah.
need to evolve spiritually, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in this three-dimensional realm, and it's nothing but a prison planet. You know, we don't want to be stressed out. Stress hurts people, right? You
Right.
want
And
nothing
keeps
but
you in a
health.
low frequency intentionally.
Yes, yes, and you don't want that. You know, the average man and woman just wants to be happy, wants happiness and health for their friends, family, and anybody they come across. You
Yeah.
know, this is what we want. We want harmony for everybody. I mean, that's part of 5 dimensional. It's no anger, no fighting. Everything accepted in its harmony and love, spiritually bound with the earth and everything around us. It's just,
Well,
it's that simple. But
it
it
really is.
took me a while to find it. So,
I
and,
know.
and,
I didn't
and
even
it
know
took,
you've been on this journey for 15 years. I didn't even know that.
yeah, 15 years when I first started with, it was just always motor vehicle. And
Mm-hmm.
in 2011, like I said, I had a very successful business. I had custody of my kids. They didn't give a flying shit about that. When I told them, I'm like, I'm the number one provider of my children. They were, I think 12, no, 10 and 8 at the time, and they didn't care that I was the one sheltering them, the one feeding them, had custody of them. They didn't care. They didn't care I had a successful business. They just cared that it was a code. They got all the pads on it. Oh, you were caught driving. This was your second time. No injured party. Didn't matter. In jail for 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Did not
look. Yeah, I mean, I look at that. I lost a lot. A lot of things tragic happened. But I looked at that as a building block to where I'm at now. I wouldn't even be here if I wasn't stuck in a cell for 365 days out that year and had nothing but time to think.
Mm-hmm.
And that opened up a lot of doors for me, and that led me to where I'm at now, and how I met you.
Higher self sat you down because you needed to be still.
Yeah,
You
I
needed to
was
be
all
still.
over the place.
Yeah, the scripture says, "Be still and know." Ooh, that one hits me. Ooh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, let me tell
it's
you something. And then they had me on a level 4 facility, so I only had like an hour rec a day. That was, going from freedom, which you have all the time, and your kids. You find ways in your mind to not go crazy. Let me tell you something. It's not for everybody. You got to be very strong minded for certain things that these people throw at you, and I wasn't ready for it then. But like Anelia was saying, that it is a spiritual battle, and that was my spiritual ancestors telling me, my ascended masters telling me that, listen, Dan, you have it in you. You just need to sit. You need to think about this. And some of us take a lot longer to grow up. I wouldn't even say grow up, a lot longer to spiritually connect and be enlightened. And it took me over 20 years. I'm 43 this year, so I just now am becoming enlightened and spiritually bound with the earth. And then anything that I do from this point on, I'm not gonna fail. I'm just because the foundation and the inner self that I have now.
There you go.
You can't tell me nothing. And if you want to tell me something, it's okay. I agree. And let me look at the terms of this, and then I'll figure it out from there. It's just that simple.
Ah, beautiful. Listen, we could talk about this all day, but I need to go. You need to go celebrate with your family.
Yes.
And I just thank you for, trusting and putting your trust in me and putting your faith in me. And for just for that vote of confidence in me means the world to me. So I just wanted to, make sure you hear that in front of on this recording.
Well, you deserve it. And, you're, like I said, just with energy that came off of me with this case is rippled through the universe. Trust me, and everybody you help. So you're gonna get that back in abundance, and you will be on vacation January. You will be. Okay.
Yes. Listen, guys. I just want 2 weeks. I promise I'll turn the button back on. And for sure, I can't say about January, but for sure in February going forward, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just that, you know, I love helping people. That's just my, it's just my whole being. That's my love language, helping and being available for people. But at the same time, you know, I need to recharge. I need to kind of, you know,
you need to ground and get back where you need to be, right? Ground with the earth and then take a vacation. There's nothing like sand. There's nothing like sand to ground to. Oh, you kidding me?
And the ocean, the water. Ooh.
Oh, the water too.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward
beach
to
for
it.
you.
I'm going to a beach. I just haven't decided which one. And it will be a Caribbean island for sure, because it will not be on these shores of the United States. I want to leave this country. I want to go to a quiet, secluded island situation and just chill. You know, I just want to chill. I don't drink liquor. Okay. I can't hold my liquor. So no, I'm seriously, I'm allergic. If I drink a thimble, I get drunk. So I don't drink. I don't drink, but I do the mock daiquiris. Oh, those are delicious. So thank you so much, Daniel. You know, we still have some more work to do. I'm still gonna be on this mission, you know, until my last breath, because this has become, you know, it's beyond, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than Daniel, it's bigger than just my clients. It's a world thing. I want everyone to feel this power, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to stop until enough people, or more than enough people, are empowered, and then I'll say, oh, I did the work. I did the work. So yes. So, all right. Thank you so much for doing this, Daniel.
Yes, of course, Anelia. Well, listen, you go get some well-deserved rest and enjoy the rest of your night. And thank you very much. And I'll be in contact.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Let me stop recording.